Hello, hi guys, how are you? Today we'll practice basic SQL questions. So I was giving interviews myself, uh, and I wanted to practice for my interviews. So I thought, why not upload my videos so others can also practice with me. Okay, I already have some questions and a dummy database already with me. I've used ChatGPT to get this dummy queries, which will create a small data table. I'm using DB Fiddle. It's like an online compiler. You can create database and practice on it. First, it's a basic query to create a table called employees, and it will have several several columns: employee ID, first name, last name, department, job title, salary, hire date, city, and age. Okay, let's run it. Okay, successfully executed. I will enter this dummy data in the employee. I'm hoping you guys know the basic of SQL, like create clause, insert, where. So I'm assuming you guys must know the basic syntax. So I can dive into practicing questions, interview questions. Okay, now let's check what data is in our table. Select star from select star from employees. Okay. Okay, so it has given me the data. Employee ID, first name, last name, department, job title, salary, hire, city, and age. Okay, so it has around 50 records, 50 employee IDs. Here, employee IDs are primary key. I hope you guys know what a primary key is. So, people who are watching who don't know the basic SQL, I will just say that please go on the internet, go on YouTube, get to know the basic queries, what is SQL, why is it used, and the basic syntax. Okay, so I already have some questions which I have collected. These are very basic questions, and although I'm giving interviews for like mid-level, but still I wanted to practice from the beginning. That's why, because in some interview I saw that I was having trouble with basic syntax. I think this happened because in my current job I do rely on ChatGPT. So that's why I think. So I thought, why not just practice from the start? Okay, first table is select all records from the employee table. So we have done this already. Select star from employees. This will give me everything on the table. So I think first question is done. Let's comment it out. Go to second question. Display only first name and last name. So if I replace star with first name, comma, last name. think this should give me the answer. Let's see. Okay, first name, last name. I think it'll give me first and last name for each record. Okay, that's what we wanted. So let's move forward. And I do prefer to put semicolon because it's a good practice if you are running multiple queries on a single display. So it helps to know when the query is ending, when the query is beginning. When you are, this will help you when you are writing longer queries. So okay, let's move forward. Second question is done. Third is find all employees who work in IT department. Okay, is easy. Whenever we want to filter some data, like there are 50 rows and they're giving us condition that we want data from IT department. So obviously it will not give, it wouldn't be 50, it will be around I think 10, 20 rows. So that means we are filtering our data. For this, where keyword is used, where clause. I'll show you how it's done. Select star from employees. That would be same. We'll just add where department they want IT equals to IT. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we can see that all the records are those employees who are in IT department. If I wanted some other department, I would have wrote, see which how many departments are there, HR, finance, marketing. Okay. So if I wanted employees from HR, I would replace IT with HR. Yeah, that's how this where function works. Just be careful that if there is like alphabets or the data type is string, like name, department, job, in which there are alphabets, you have to enclose it in single quotes or double quotes. Let's see if double quotes work. Yeah, single quotes or double quotes. If I remove these quotes, I don't think it will give me. I think it will give me a error. Yeah, the thing that IT is also a part of query. Okay, let's move forward. Now the fourth question. Best employees whose salary is greater than 60,000. This is also an example of filtering. So we'll use where keyword here. Let's see. Select star from employees table where salary. Our column name is salary and it has integer. So as it's a number, we would not be needing double quotes. Let's see what happens if we put it in double quotes. So this we wanted greater than, so we'll use the greater than operator. See, no results because we put it in semicolon. Sorry, quotes, and numbers should not be put in quotes. This will work now. Oh, the salary is greater than 66,000. Let's see if it works in quotes. Oh, it's working. It's a new thing I found out. Nice. Okay. Now let's see without quotes. Oh, it works here. In some compilers, I don't think it works. That's fine. Just make it a habit that numbers should not be put as in quotes because in programming quotes are generally for strings. Okay, it works either way. It's fine. It's a new thing I learned. Okay, so find employees who live in New York. This is also an example of filtering. We only want employees. वही employee चाहिए जो न्यू यॉर्क में रहते हैं. So select star from employees. Same thing. Employees. Now where? Let's see city. Yeah, okay. Column name is city equals to New York. Just as you can see, this is all New York. These are mostly simple, same questions. Okay. Oh, got it. Count the total number of employees. Now we want total number of employees. What we can do is this employee ID is unique. So every employee will be having one unique ID. So if you can count the unique IDs, you can count the ID, email ID, sorry, employee IDs. We'll know how many employees are there. So select. So to count the number of employees or count anything in SQL, there is an inbuilt function called count. So if I count to the star, like I'm telling him to count all records in employees, count all the rows, give me 50. I can remove if I know that employee ID what the primary key is. I can also do this. It will also give me 50 on the basis of employee ID because I know that employee ID is not being repeated and every employee has single employee ID. So this also works. Let's move forward. And the seventh question. Find the average salary of all employees. Okay, average salary. So just like a count is a function, there's a function called average also, which can be used to find average of anything, of any column, not only salary. You can find average of age. Also, it it's just that the column should have numbers because we can average the numbers only. We can't average the name or department name, right? Okay, select. I want average, right? So for average, we use AVG. AVG is a inbuilt uh, like function in SQL. It gives me average. Now I want average of salary. So I'll write average salary from table name employees. Okay. So this is the average salary of all from all the 10 employees. Sorry, 50 employees. 59,000. Okay. So an additional thing, like it's giving me 59580.0000. Okay, it's fine. If it would have given me numbers after the decimal, I would have rounded off. So to round off, you can use round. Zero is I'm telling him that I don't want any decimal points. If I want one decimal point, I'll give him one. If I want two, I would have given it comma two. it's just a bonus thing. Whatever you want to round off, you can put it in bracket. Just like this, round. Then whatever you want to round off, put that in. Like suppose x, its name is x, ABC. Then comma, then 0 or 1 or 2 or 3, up to you. Okay, let's move forward. Eighth question is find maximum and minimum. Just like count and average, there is already a built-in function for finding maximum and minimum of anything in SQL. So for that we will use select max. Then we want max salary, so I'll put salary in there. Then comma, I also want min. Then I'll put salary. And I can do anything. Let's say average also in or if I want sum of all, sum is used for summing up of all the salaries. So I can use sum of all salary just to show you how I can get it in single statement from employees. Okay, so there is max, min, average, salary. So you must have seen that ये जहाँ पे हम कॉलम नेम लिखते हैं वहाँ पे प्रॉपर नेम की जगह it's written max salary, min salary, so it doesn't like look appealing or look good. So what we can do in this is use alias. Interval में भी पूछ लेते हैं alias क्या है. Alias is just a nickname or another name which we are giving to the column. So let's see how it's done. I'll use as. After I've written this, I'll use as, and then the name I want to give. Suppose it's max salary, so I want to write max sal. So run it. See, it gives me max salary. I'll do it with everything. Min sal, average. Then let's see. I'll write full minimum salary. So it's better to explain average salary as total salary and maximum salary. And so it looks good. Let's run it. Yeah, you can see maximum salary, minimum salary. Just we are giving another name. So it's called alias. You should remember this because people do ask this in an interview. Okay, we are done with this yet. Let's go for ninth question. List employees who ordered by salary in descending order. So they want the data to be displayed in a particular order, descending order. That means larger to smaller. Bade se chota. Yeah. So it's just like sort. We do sorting in Excel also. So, but we can't in Excel, in SQL we can't click. Like Excel में हम click कर देते हैं कि A to Z sort, Z to A sort. Here we can't do that. So we have to write code for that. Let's see how we do it. There's a clause called in SQL called employee. Okay, we want order by salary. So we want to be ordered by salary. So there's a clause called order by. Order by, this is syntax. Then order by what? salary. Now order how? Descending, ascending. So we don't write full descending, we write DESC. For ascending, we write ASC. Ascending DESC. So this is the syntax. We write order by, then which column, then ascending, descending. Let's run it. So let's see, 76,000, 5,000, 4,000. So this is descending order of salary. You can see the employee ID 47 is here, 16, 49, 39. If we remove this order by, the data comes as 1, 2, 3 employee ID as it is stored in the database. So let's see ascending ASC. Now it's ascending. छोटे से बड़ा 45,000, 46, 47. Okay, this is also done. Change it to descending. Let's move on to 10th. When employees older than 35 years. It's an example of filtering, right? We want people who are only people who are older than 35. So let's copy and paste the here. I'll give you the queries, but I would prefer कि आप साथ साथ में रन करते रहे. Pause कर लो, साथ में ही क्वेश्चन देख लो और रन करो. Find employees older than 35. Employee who are, let's see, select star from employees where 35 years is age is greater than 35. Then it should work. It's a simple question. 35, let's see, 37, 38, 40. It's good. Okay. Count how many employees are each department. Oh, I was waiting कि ऐसा कोई क्वेश्चन है. सी ऐसे क्वेश्चंस में है जिसमें आपको बोले कि अब अगर हम इसमें वेयर लगाएंगे, ठीक है, लेट्स सी कि कैसे, लेट्स सी कि जितना हमने अभी तक पढ़ा है उससे कैसे होगा. Select star from employees. If I do this where department equals to IT, so it does give me the employees from, okay, I'll write count star from employees or department equals to IT. It does give me 13. The particular department में 13 लोग हैं IT में. So I can see check HR का भी ऐसे ही कि HR डिपार्टमेंट में कितने 9. But they want us to count how many are each डिपार्टमेंट में काउंट करना है. एक ही बार में सब हर डिपार्टमेंट का पता चल जाए. IT में इतने, HR में इतने. So they want this. So that means first if I do this, it will just give me count of all. Okay. But what if I do department and then count star from employees? पहले कॉलम में डिपार्टमेंट आ जाए, उसके आगे काउंट आ जाए. बट this will not work. Let's see why. In aggregated query without group by expression, select non-aggregated column. So this count star is aggregate. We are adding something or counting something. Okay, but this department is not aggregated. डिपार्टमेंट में वो IT HR 50 बार है. So to count within each department, we have to group. Like if 10 students are there in IT, we have to group those rows. So it comes as a single IT department, and after that 10. So for that, we use group by department. We are grouping on the basis of department. See, department, and then if we are grouping something, then obviously it will be added up. Like if finance was there 10 times, so it will show me 10 here. You should once, एक बार आप जाके नेट पे कोई सिंपल सा वीडियो देख लो ग्रुप बाय क्या होता है, अगर कंफ्यूज है तो. जिनको आता है वो ठीक है, बट आई एम नॉट अ ग्रेट टीचर, नॉट ग्रेट इन एक्सप्लेनिंग, सो मैं ये ग्रुप बाय नहीं समझा पाऊंगा सही से. जितना मैंने बताया अगर उससे समझ आ गया आपको, देन इट्स गुड. अदरवाइज जस्ट गो एंड चेक व्हाट इज ग्रुप बाय. So this is working. What if I remove department from here? It gives me the group, sorry, it gives me the number of employees, but I will not get to know which department is which. That's why department. And you should use, instead of count, you should use employee ID, because we know it. Each employee ID means one employee. Yes. Also, we can give alias. We have learned. Let's give it number of employees. This looks good. Okay. Done. Find the total salary paid per department. Again, it's per department. हर रिकॉर्ड का नहीं चाहिए, हर एम्प्लॉय का नहीं चाहिए, डिपार्टमेंट का चाहिए. अब एक डिपार्टमेंट में 10 एम्प्लॉय हैं, तो उन सबका सैलरी क्लब होके आना चाहिए, राइट. सो वी हैव लर्नड क्लब करना है, ग्रुप करना है, उसके लिए ग्रुप बाय यूज करते हैं. सो लेट्स सी, सेलेक्ट सम, विल यूज सम, वी कांट यूज काउंट, राइट. काउंट तो वो काउंट कर देगा सैलरीज को. एलियस दे देंगे इसको, टोटल सैलरी फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉय टेबल. नाउ group by which column we want, group by department. हर डिपार्टमेंट का देखना है ना हमें. Let's see. So it has given me the total salaries of each department, but we don't know which department. So we add department column in front. Yep, that works. 6,35,000. Finance, IT 7,23,000. So these are the salaries of, I think, 10 to 12 people. How many were there? Added up. सबकी सैलरी मिला के इतना IT वाले दे रहे हैं. Okay, good. So what if I want कि I should know city also. So will this work? Let's see. This will not work because we have grouped by on the basis of only department. If I want city, I'll have to add group by city here. Now it's grouped on finance, people who live in Boston and are in finance, so their total salary. So this is a good example, right? People who are in HR but lives in Chicago, or in HR department lives in New York, then their salary. So just like pivot, you have used pivots in Excel, right? It works like that. Okay, I think it's clear. Let's move on to display departments having more than 5 employees. Okay, same group by question, but a bit different. The display department having more than 5 employees. Okay, select star from employee group by department. So we have counting. Let's see. Sorry, employee ID. We have to count employee IDs each department. One thing we can do is we can just display, and from here we see the departments having more than 5. We have not added this condition more than 5. Now we can see, but visually we can see. So it has 10, 9, 13, 8, 10. So all are greater than 5. Let's change the question a bit. Let's add here greater than 9. So we can see कि question में हो क्या रहा है. Now 9 में कितने हैं? 1, 2, 3. Because here we only have 5 departments, so हम गिन सकते हैं. But suppose we have millions of rows. 30, 40, not departments इतने नहीं हो सकते. But just suppose कि 30-40 departments हैं, तब हम single तो गिन नहीं सकते. Can't count. So for that, usually what we do is question like this. If it not have been department, हम where लगा देते हैं. Either we have used where count is greater than 9. But there's condition with where we can't use whenever we are aggregating something, count, sum, can't use where. See, it will give me an error. Invalid use of group function. See, let's try ऐसे. Can't use where like this. What do we do now? So when we are dealing with group bys और हमने aggregate करके result निकाल लिया है, result के बाद हमें filter. So यहाँ पे हमने result निकाल लिया है. We have the result. We have already aggregated count, employee ID with count. So now we can't filter after aggregating, after grouping by. So for this we use having. Just go on net and check what's the difference between having and group by. So we can do it here also. Difference between having and where having also. Where filters individual rows before grouping, no aggregates, while having filters groups after aggregation, uses aggregation like sum or count. Okay, after aggregation we use having. अगर कोई aggregate नहीं कर रखा है हमने तो we use where. और aggregate हम group by के साथ ही करते हैं. So group by अगर हमने कर दिया है उसके बाद filter करना है तो having use करेंगे. See, I'll write having employee ID greater than 5. Sorry, 9. See, so ये भी filter ही है, just group by के बाद है ये. हमने एक बार group by कर दिया उसके बाद filter लगता है. एंड ये सिंटेक्स में भी ग्रुप बाय के बाद ही लिखते हैं. अगर फेयर होता तो हम यहाँ पे लिखते हैं ग्रुप बाय से पहले. आई कैन स्टिल डू वेयर. सपोज हमें डिपार्टमेंट काउंट चाहिए. डिपार्टमेंट में कितने एम्प्लॉयज हैं जो न्यूयॉर्क में रहते हैं. सो आई कैन राइट सिटी इक्वल्स टू न्यूयॉर्क. ये उतने ही काउंट देगा जो न्यूयॉर्क में रहते हैं डिपार्टमेंट वाइज. पहले तो वो न्यूयॉर्क के बेस पे फिल्टर करेगा, उसके बाद वो हैविंग काउंट. सो ऑब्वियसली कोई रिजल्ट आएगा नहीं इसमें, बिकॉज वो 9 से ज़्यादा होंगे ही नहीं. इफ आई राइट 2 एंड गिव्स मी आईटी में 7 लोग आईटी डिपार्टमेंट है जो कि ग्रेटर देन 2 एम्प्लॉयज हैं और वो न्यूयॉर्क में रहते हैं. ये ज़्यादा कंफ्यूजिंग हो जाएगा, इसको रहने देते हैं अभी. आगे और एग्जांपल आएंगे वो अच्छे से पता चल जाएगा. सी 9. ये 3 डिपार्टमेंट है जिसमें 9 से ज़्यादा एम्प्लॉयज हैं. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू फाइंड एम्प्लॉयज हायर्ड आफ्टर 2020. सो ये डेट का क्वेश्चन है. डेट वाला डेट, तारीख. ओके, सो हमारा डेट हायर डेट है इसमें, हायर डेट कॉलम में. लेट्स सी फर्स्ट select star from employees. ओके, कमेंट आउट नहीं किया. सो दिस इज हायर 2019-01-10. सो ये फॉर्मेटिंग है y ईयर एंड मंथ एंड डेट. सो हमें चाहिए कि 2020 के बाद जो हायर हुए. 19 वाला नहीं चाहिए, 18 वाला नहीं चाहिए. सो लेट्स सी कैसे. ठीक है, सो लेट्स वेयर हायर डेट ग्रेटर देन. सो नॉर्मली दिमाग में क्या आ रहा है, ग्रेटर देन 2020 लिख देंगे, हो जाएगा. बट ऐसे काम नहीं करता. सी, कुछ जो हमें चाहिए था वो तो नहीं आया, बिकॉज ये ईयर है और हमारी डेट में ईयर भी है, मंथ भी है और डे भी है. तो हम ऐसे फिल्टर नहीं लगा सकते. सो व्हाट आई हैव टू डू, इसमें से मुझे ईयर एक्सट्रैक्ट करना पड़ेगा, इतना सा ये, फिर मैं फिल्टर करूंगा. फॉर दैट वी डू हैव इनबिल्ट फंक्शन extract. So it's basic English extract. What extract what? Oh, here किसमें से, from hard. मैं extract करना है, year निकालूंगा. So जब ये extract करेगा यहाँ पे, इधर से जब ये extract करेगा, suppose ये वाला है तो इसमें से बस इतना 2019 extract कर लेगा. फिर यहाँ पे 2019 फिर चेक करेगा is it greater than 2020. नो तो नहीं देगा. सो 2021 है, 2020 ये डेट है, इसमें से 2021 एक्सट्रैक्ट करेगा, देखेगा ग्रेटर देन 2020, यस, तो ये रिकॉर्ड शो कर देगा पूरा। लेट्स सी 2021 2021 2021 to 21 22 here. So this is how it's done. You can see from here the syntax. Well, let's move on to other question. Find employees had between. Okay, so ये भी डेट वाला ही क्वेश्चन है। इसमें दो कंडीशन है हमारे पास। सो दो कंडीशन लगाने के लिए वी यूज एंड कीवर्ड। लेट्स सी, select star from employee. Again I'll use where same extract year है तो year from hire date at close। अब होना चाहिए 2018 और 2020 के बीच में। इसका मतलब कि या तो वो 18 में होना चाहिए, 2018, 2019 एंड 2020, इन 3 ईयर में। सो इट शुड बी ग्रेटर देन, हमें कंडीशन बनाएंगे ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 2018, कि वो 2018 भी होना चाहिए और उससे ज़्यादा भी होना चाहिए। एक हमने कंडीशन दे दी। अब दूसरा कंडीशन इन्होंने पूछा है 2020 तक ही बस। सो विल राइट एंड अगेन एक्सट्रैक्ट दूसरी कंडीशन देने के लिए कि कितने से कम होना चाहिए। अब हमने इसको ये तो दे दिया कि या तो 18 हो, उससे ज़्यादा, तो ज़्यादा तो 19 20 21 22 23 में कितना भी हो सकता है। तो ऊपर की कंडीशन भी देनी पड़ेगी कि भाई हमें बस 2020 तक ही चाहिए। तो मैं ईयर को एक्सट्रैक्ट करूँगा फिर से 100। डायरेक्टली हम ऊपर एंड लगा के नहीं कर सकते। एंड आप सोच रहे हो एंड ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 2020, सो ऐसे नहीं कर सकते। फिर से हमें लिखना पड़ेगा पूरा एंड कि दूसरा कंडीशन क्या है, लेस देन इक्वल टू 2020, या तो इक्वल या लेस देन 2020। You will see that 18 19 20 ही होगा, 21 22 नहीं है कोई भी यार। ये दो कंडीशन वेयर के साथ हम यूज कर सकते हैं। अगर और सिंपल एग्जांपल बताना है दो कंडीशन के लिए तो आई कैन यूज select star from employees। ओके रुको, एक और मेथड देख लेते हैं, because there is a between condition also। ठीक है, इतना काफी है, इससे ऐसे सॉल्व हो जाएगा। अगर आपको कोई और मेथड मिल रहा है तो आप उससे भी कर सकते हो। तेरा मल्टीपल मेथड्स, एक बिटवीन कीवर्ड होता है, बिटवीन लिख के भी कर सकते हैं। तो जल्दी से बता देता हूँ एक बार, चलो वो भी। Start from employees where, इसमें सिंपल हम ऐसे लिखेंगे हायर डेट बिटवीन। अब 2018 से 20 के बीच में चाहिए तो हम डायरेक्ट यहाँ डेट भी लिख सकते हैं कि मैं ये लिख सकता हूँ 2018 जनवरी 1 एंड किन दो डेट के बीच में हो सकते हैं, राइट, ये लिखना है। तो 2020 एक तो 2018 वाले चाहिए हमें, जो जनवरी से स्टार्ट होगा दिसंबर, 29 जनवरी से दिसंबर। फिर कहाँ तक चाहिए, 2020 भी जनवरी से दिसंबर। सो दिसंबर तक, क्योंकि इसके बाद तो 2021 शुरू हो जाएगा, तो इन दो डेट्स के बीच में। सो वी कैन डू दिस ऑल्सो, सेलेक्ट स्टार फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉइज वेयर इज आर फिल्टर फॉर फिल्टर हायर डेट, जो कि होना चाहिए इन दोनों के बीच में, बिटवीन दिस एंड दिस। सॉरी, कमेंट आउट करेंगे, चला के देखेंगे, इट वर्क्स। सो ऐसे अलग अलग तरीके होते हैं, मैं दोनों को मिक्स करके भी बना सकता था। what I'll write is extract, मैं यहाँ से year निकाल लूँगा, year from हायर डेट, ये यहाँ से ईयर एक्सट्रैक्ट कर लेगा, देन बिटवीन डायरेक्ट हम यहाँ पे कौन कौन से ईयर के बिटवीन चाहिए वो भी लिख सकता हूँ, सीधा 2018 2021 20 सॉरी सी। सो देयर आर मल्टीपल मेथड्स, वो जितना आप प्रैक्टिस करते जाओगे उतना यू विल गेट टू नो। आई विल अपलोड दिस आंसर्स के साथ, आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं, मैं वीडियो के साथ ही अपलोड कर दूंगा, डिस्क्रिप्शन से आप देख लेना। ओके, आई थिंक वीडियो लंबा हो जाएगा। मज़ा तो आ रहा है, 15 क्वेश्चन ही हुए हैं, ये बहुत बेसिक क्वेश्चन है। अभी हम ये सब करेंगे, ये भी सब बेसिक ही क्वेश्चन है, इसके बाद जाके अब हम, सो मैं तो प्रैक्टिस करता ही रहूँगा, सी कि मैं और वीडियो अपलोड करूँ, ताकि बाकी बंदे भी प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, उनको नहीं पता कहाँ से करना है, वो भी साथ साथ में यहाँ से देख लें थोड़ा, तो उनका हेल्प हो जाएगा। अब मेरे को भी, मैं ऐसे समझा रहा हूँ और बता रहा हूँ, तो मुझे भी याद रहेगा ये, सो इट इज़ हेल्पिंग मी। ज़्यादा तो मेरी ही हेल्प हो रही है, फिर इंटरव्यू में मेरे को याद रहेगा, बिकॉज इंटरव्यू में एक्सप्लेन करने में प्रॉब्लम आता है, पता भी नहीं चलता है बीच में कब सिंटेक्स खराब हो गया। लास्ट टाइम मैंने क्या किया था कि was writing a query, I have written something like this, employees from, sorry from employees, बड़ी सी क्वेरी थी वो, इंटरव्यू में लिखवा रहा था वो मेरे से, where city equals to like New York, then group by something something था, ग्रुप बाय डिपार्टमेंट लिख देता हूँ, यहाँ पे कुछ हम काउंट कर रहे थे, ऐसा ऐसा कुछ था, तो then order by salary, तो ये ऐसा ऐसा कुछ था, तो व्हाट आई डिड वाज, पता नहीं, यहाँ पे आई डिड समथिंग लाइक ऑर्डर बाय यहाँ डाल दिया, मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ उसको, फिर वो एरर आया, तो फिर तो पता नहीं चला मुझे क्या हुआ ये। और ये चीज़ मैं रोज़ करता हूँ अपनी, जब मैं जॉब में काम करता हूँ एसक्यूएल में, तब भी मैं ये करता हूँ, मतलब क्वेरीज यूज़ करता रहता हूँ। सो इतना, मतलब बेसिक सी चीज़ इंटरव्यू में गलत हुई, दैट्स व्हाई आई थॉट कि थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस कर लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि पता नहीं नोटिस नहीं हुआ, फिर जब मैंने देखा मैं बोला ओ सॉरी सॉरी, तब तक तो हो गया था काम। ऑर्डर बाय यहाँ होना चाहिए लास्ट में, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम लाइक रिकॉर्डिंग द वीडियो एंड अपलोडिंग इट, ताकि मेरा हेल्प हो और बाकी लोगों का भी। ओके गाइस, तो वीडियोस बड़ा हो गया है, तो हम लेट्स स्टॉप एंड सी यू अगेन नेक्स्ट वीडियो। थैंक यू, बाय बाय।